Hello, I'm Heather Wolfe, and this is my assignment 4. So you'll notice that I've filled all of these guys in, and then what I'm going to do is what I noticed describing what the relationship that I found is if you find the greatest common factor between the numbers, you're left with an x, and then you have your second number. If you multiply them together, that'll give you your LCM. So for example, if I have two numbers and they're 12 and 40, my greatest common factor is 4, right? But 3 times 4 leaves 3 out. So I take 3 times 40, it gives me my LCM, and that's 120. So here is my second activity. It's staffing definitions from geometry, and you'll notice that I just kind of filled these in. This was actually kind of funny. These were pretty good jokes. So this worksheet was really interesting to me. So the basic concept is you put these particular numbers on the outside edges, right? 46 times 35. And then basically you multiply just within this box. So 6 times 3 gave me 18. And then 5 times, so let's say I take 5 times 6 gave me 30. It was really an interesting thing. And then what happens, I saw this woman do it like this. It was really neat. So this was 0, 8, 3, and 0 is 11. So it was 1, carry the 1. And that's how they arrived at this. This was pretty fascinating to learn, and I found it interesting because I could see some of my lower level students maybe liking to multiply like this. So here was activity number 4. This is Napier's rods. So here was the initial worksheet itself. You can see that I cut them out. So if I wanted to multiply 6 by 325, I lined them up. And then I did exactly what I did before with I kind of extend my lines. It made life easier for me. So this was 1,950. It kind of made my life a lot easier. My 5th activity was this Fibonacci puzzles. And you can see that I kind of filled this out, that each woman has 7 mules. So this was 7 women times 7 mules is 7 squared. Each mule has 7 sacks, right? 7 loaves, 7 knives, and then 7 sheaves for each knife. And so this is how I arrived at my total of 137,256 options, or totals. So I absolutely love this activity. I know I'm using this in class. This was an absolute brilliant way to review. I think for some of my low-level learners, the area of polygons and just an interesting thought process of everything. So I'm going to zoom in here. And so I cut this out, and you can see there's my parallelogram, my trapezoid, my rectangle, and then I made 2 triangles. So you can kind of see this little gap. Let me try to highlight it within here. And I think that gap is going to give you that extra square unit. So the twins really liked Archimedes. So these are my twins, and you can see that they created their own triangles. I let them use cardboard, and I actually allowed them to try to solve any of this out. They kind of had a good time. So they enjoyed this Archimedes project. My last activity I tried was this skit, and they were okay with it. They want me to make a crown and stick it in the bathtub now, though. So it might be disastrous.